Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. We're playing this purple draconian fire elementalist of Elivalon, try saying that 5 times fast, for comborobin. And the last episode, we went to Swamp and it was too hard, so we went to Spider and it was way harder, so we're going back to Swamp. I don't know, Swamp wasn't necessarily hard, but I was reminded that I don't have poison resistance, and it's just sort of nice to have for these swamp dragons. Yeah, like this is just no good. Especially because these guys are like dipping themselves in water. What the hell? I'm having to heal an awful lot. Okay. Who do I kill first? The leech? I guess. Oh. This is just... How am I going to get a rune? This is horrible. I do pretty good damage. I don't know exactly what's wrong. I feel like this is something that happens to me with Draconians. I don't quite know how to play them. Like, I had a Draconian Ice Elementalist who just got so far, and he was just like, it took forever to kill anything, and I think I eventually actually quit that character. I don't do that too often. But it was just no fun to play, and I didn't really know what I was doing wrong. And I wanted to get back to, like, having fun, so I quit him and played something else. Couldn't manage to get a rune. I've had that happen, actually, on a number. Like, I had a Draconian Conjurer who I left in Swamp, basically forever. I don't remember if I ever even finished him. He's on some other account. I might have killed him, or... I don't think I did, though. I think he's still there. A Grey Draconian Conjurer of Nemelex, which seems like a terrible combo now. Like, why would I take Nemelex on the Conjurer? It doesn't make sense to me either, guys. Okay, so I don't really appreciate being confused. So let's not be. Thanks, Ellie. Just kill the Swamp Drake, and then the rest of the stuff we can tab. A Thorn Hunter. These are the ones who are susceptible to fire. Great. So they're they do a lot of damage. But if we can set this guy on fire, I think we should be alright. Wow, maybe not. Let's get some Divine Vigor just in case. Oh, he's in water. What? He wasn't a minute ago, was he? Shoot. Now he's not, right? Okay. There he goes. Yeah, I guess you get to 50% bonus from Divine Vigor a lot sooner than I thought. Because we got like 16. No, we didn't get 16 extra magic, did we? I should pay more attention. To how much I get from Divine Vigor when I do use it. So another thing is we could try switching from Ellie. I don't think that's a good idea. I mean, Zin is... Sanctuary, I think, is better than Divine Protection most of the time. and imprison. I mean, he has a lot of good abilities too. I miscast Sticky Flame. Wow, that's been a while since I saw that message. And this is around the point in the game when I would often choose to switch from Ellie. But I don't really feel a pressing need to do so right now. We're recording, right? Yeah, we're totally recording. Right. Like, I don't know, all these heals are helping me out. And I don't really think that I would be getting great Zin Piety anyway. So I wouldn't have a bunch of sanctuaries available. Which, I mean, is not the only reason it goes in by a long shot, but it's a pretty good reason. Sanctuary is like, I mean, it's sort of understatement to say that it's very good. What am I doing? Go this way. Oh! I wish this guy would just split up and stay split up, you know? And also that he would stop, like, okay, there we go. That the fire would stop going out. Whew. Swamp is a journey, this game. Yeah, so we're badly poisoned. So I'd like help from Olivelon on that one. And we can do that fairly often, I think. Yeah, small piety cost. It's as much as lesser healing, really. Maybe it's as much as greater healing, I don't know, but it's not a lot. So, but it looks like we're surviving Swamp, which I had hoped to be doing a little bit better than that. Ooh, really? Wow. I obviously can't cast this yet, but these are... I like Firestorm. I haven't really had much of a Firestorm character in a long time. I don't tend to go for the really high-level flashy stuff. Just the meat and potatoes that are enough to win the game. And I think that's probably what I'm going to do here. I don't think it's likely that I'll be investing enough in my spellcasting to get Firestorm up in time to win the game, so forget it. Something we can daydream about. Donald and a bunch of snakes? What? Bunch of different kinds of snakes and Donald. What is this all about, Donald? This is clearly something special, but I don't know what. Like, is there some sort of duck and snake thing? Maybe you should start praying. Oh, they should fix that. Because you no longer hit pray. It used to be, a lot of gods had, in addition to the abilities on A, they each had, like, many of them anyway, had a special ability on P, you know, pray. So praying to your god actually did something. So, like, Olivelon's life saving was on P, and that's why it's on P here, AP now. Like, Kiku's Torment was on P. I don't know, there are a bunch of things on P. And so Donald is teasing us and saying he's going to kill us, and so we should start praying. But that wouldn't do any good. See, pray, nothing. Grunt was the other day. He was saying, I wonder if anybody has seen the new text I added for Donald, which is when you kill him, he may choose to say, I'm dying. I hate that. Donald hates everything. And I had actually seen it, so I was able to tell him, yeah, that happened to me. Isn't that cool? All right, so we finished Swamp 1. Whew, I was worried we were going to just have a real tough time forever. Which I still don't really understand what went wrong in Swamp and Spider. Like, this character seems alright, so I don't quite know why everything is so bad. I guess that's another thing about, I don't quite know how to play a Livelon. Like, I get it for Lair. I'm able to do that. But then post-Lair, it seems like all the investment that I have in Ellie's invocations, it just costs me so much in like experience I would rather be spending elsewhere that my character is really weak. So I just don't quite know the right balance of skills, I think, is part of the problem. And I think that probably comes with practice. And I have a fair few Livelon games, so you would think that I have the practice, but apparently I don't. I don't know. I mean, how much have I won with a Livelon? I guess that's not really a very good metric anyway, because I often switch away from a Livelon to Zin or the Shining One. Let's try. How often have I worshipped a Livelon and then gone on to win? Right, so that's a good question. So 32% of the time. So I've worshipped a Livelon 8 times and won. Yeah, so worshipping a Livelon is slightly more likely to lead to a win than a random god, or rather, than my average god. So I guess I'm not that bad at a Livelon, but it feels like I should be better. And the Livelon characters just feel so weak to me. Because you have to spend a lot of experience on stuff other than kill dudes in order to get much use out of your god. I'll take it. Amulet of Dismissal, huh? Ooh, I wonder. Did my change to Vertigo get in? Yeah, nice. So I remarked in, I don't know exactly what video it was, or even what character. I don't think it was this character. But I was trying to look up what Vertigo does, and I couldn't find it. And there's a wiki page that that contains basically this whole manual here. This enormous long thing. It's just one big wiki page. And anybody can log in and edit it. You have to make an account and so on, and you should only do so if you have a useful edit to make. But every so often, a developer will synchronize the changes made in the wiki to the actual manual the game uses. And so I did that myself. Haha. I added the wiki as a player, and then I synchronized it with the real manual, and now Vertigo has a description in the game, and Rot doesn't because it's no longer in effect. But the question is, do we want an Amulet of Dismissal or that Amulet of Reflection? Do we want an Amulet of Dismissal at all? I feel like no. So let's take that off. Well, I'll keep it. It might be good if we're in like an area where we want to get rid of monsters rather than kill them for some reason. This is the guy who has roots, and he's just really hits like a truck, not the Thorn Hunter who shoots thorns at you. Okay. So let's just back off a little bit. Now he's in sight, so let's hit him with a Lamp of Fire. Even at 0 Evo, it'll do something. All right, it totally missed, but we got a Fire Elemental somewhere back there. Oh, and let's get some Divine Vigor, I suppose. I'm not quite sure how scary this guy is. Okay, so we're at 40 magic, which I think is just a quarter, not a half. So let's set him on fire and start tabbing him, I suppose. We could even try a Force Lance. Yeah. You set him on fire and then you move him away. Good tactics. I like that, actually. It's a fun little combo for melee guys who have to walk back to do any damage to us anyway. You know, not something you'd want to use on centaurs. Yeah, so from 32 to 40. So it's still just a quarter. It's not a half. I was misremembering something. Where do I want to engage this Hydra? I don't want him to be in the water, but I don't want to be in the water either. I think it's more important that he not be in the water so I can Sticky Flame him. Or you know what? I'll just tab him. I have the Great Sword of Flaming to chop off all his heads. There we go. We are probably not going to make it all the way to the end of Swamp in this video, I think. I may just do the first 2 levels, honestly. It'll be a little short, but yikes! What the heck is all this? Wow. Okay, this is a real bad place. Let's quaff haste. Great, he's cutting off my escape. Let's put down a Conjure Flame, so anyone who wants to come after us has to step on it at least. All this stuff is basically melee threats, so except the Thorn Hunter, but he doesn't want to shoot past all his friends. And now let's get some Divine Vigor again. Cool. Now the Hydra is on fire. Great. Why did I only get 38 magic instead of 40 this time? Does it scale with your piety as well? I guess it must. Maybe that's part of the problem, is that I'm using up piety, which is decreasing the amount I get. But that's fine. Let's just get a little lesser healing in while we wait for enemies to engage us. And they're happy to walk on this fire. That's kind of nice. The Thorn Hunter is not, though. We're going to have to deal with him separately. I suppose we could try just fireballing and see what happens. It does a moderate amount of damage to him. Okay, yeah, this is working out fine. Got him. And so, I mean, you know, maybe we didn't need the Divine Vigor, but, you know, we got enough MP that I felt comfortable again. You know, it's not necessarily about whether you would have died if you hadn't done it. It's about whether you would have been afraid of dying if you hadn't done it. How much does Divine Vigor cost me anyway? Moderate. I'm using it pretty freely, and I think that I'm going to continue to do so. I'm using my God abilities a lot more than I usually do when I worship a Livelon this game. Or I suppose it would be simpler to say I'm using my Livelon abilities more often than I usually do this game. I think. I don't actually know if that's true. I don't really keep track. I could go look at some old logs. What is this? This is spooky. I don't like the way this is shaped. Okay, doesn't look too bad. Just looks, I don't know, it looks suspicious, like there might be a vault full of nasties in here somewhere. I'm starving. I don't remember that happening, but okay. Just eat that pizza, which shouldn't even be on auto pickup, I thought. Okay, that was level 2 of the swamp, and it's a short video, but I need a break, so I think we'll just call it here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.